Yo, what's up, guys? Danyon Togia here, aka Zazu. Zazu. Salamayu. And today I'm going to talk about how to carry games. Fuck, this episode is going to be so funny. How to carry games. I didn't even spell it right. What the frick? As a jungler. P.S. It's not what you think. Some fancy marketing headlines that I learned from internet marketing, blah, blah, blah. And people have this like fucked up concept of I'm carrying from a jungler. I'm just going to break your balls. I'm going to completely shove down, the conceptions that you had of jungling, and surprise, surprise, nigga, you don't. You don't carry as a jungler. That's the simple version of it. Here is what you are. You're the lane bitch. You're the laners. You're the ADCs, the mid laners, and the top laners bitch. That's what you are. You're not supposed to have the kills. For example, Caitlyn, who is 10 and 0 compared to a Lee Sin who is 10 and 0, Caitlyn has a higher chance of carrying the game because she does more damage than Lee Sin with 10 kills. Okay? You're supposed to ward for them. You're supposed to be the dude who, if they're pushed up, they want to play aggressive, you chuck up a ward for them so that they can play aggressive because they want to, and it's good to play aggressive, and you have to support them in the form of wards. So just chuck up a ward for them. You're supposed to suck their doolies. Now, when I mean suck their doilies, I just mean like it's pretty much the same as this. You're the lane bitch. Like you're just supposed to do things for them. You're supposed to prevent enemy jungle ganks. Okay, so stop the laners who are playing aggressive from dying to enemy ganks. Because I see this all the time. People go, yeah, but then the enemy jungle ganks, and I say blah blah blah. It's like, fuck, that's your fault, bro. Either you're not there for a counter gank or you didn't ward up for them. For an example that you are the lane bitch or you suck their doilies is Sightstone. You watch the professional scene now, especially in Korea, and the junglers start getting Sightstone. What does that in and of itself says that you're a bitch, like your utility. You're mostly like support. Um, like, do you see the mid laner getting Sightstone? Do you see the top laner getting Sightstone? Do you see the ADC getting Sightstone? No, you don't. The only people you see getting Sightstone is a support. So you are not. And this is I'm getting this. This is my way of playing. Okay, the other people have different ways to play, but this is just the way I learned because I had a Korean coach. And Koreans, the jungle is a bitch. You're honestly like a little. You suck the doilies of the laners. You want to protect them. You want to, just suck their doilies. Now I know there are people who are saying, "Oh yeah, but what about blah blah blah, Lisa? And what about Italy? And you can carry from them." So for all the F word in jungle hippies and nitpickers, there are exceptions. Okay, so I'm about to fill the gap. Junglers you can carry with Nidalee because she does a lot of damage in early games. She's retarded, like freaking her damage is through the roof. Kindred does a lot of damage. Mundo, even though he's tanky, still does a lot of damage because of his percentage health with his cleavers. Echo, especially AP Echo, does like stacks of damage in the jungle. Hecarim, same as Mundo, does a lot of damage while he is being tanky. But then we have to come to the concept of what is carrying in the first place. Now, when people talk about carrying and say, how do I carry from a jungler's perspective? I think most of the people, they got this, they got preconceptions, and I think it's wrong because they think that you need to do damage in order to carry the game, which is not true at all. The concept of carrying equals having lots of damage, so you have to be like as much damage as a mid and ADC. You don't have to. As a jungler, you don't need to do a lot of damage in order to carry the game. Because you see, when you're ADC and mid, okay, you have damage. You have the damage, and you can choose whether to use it or not. When you're something like a utility jungler or a tank jungler, you literally don't even have the damage. It's like, say you have a sword, okay, the mid and ADC, people who do damage and maybe top lane, they have a sharp sword in their hand, in their right hand, and they're sitting in front of their enemy, and they can literally choose whether to stab that person or not, whether to kill him or not. When you're jungler and support, and you got Sightstone and you're not going full damage and you're used for utility, you don't have a sword to stab the other person, you got a wooden stick. So you literally don't even have, like, the option of fucking stabbing that nigga. You don't. Okay, so as a jungler, you don't need to do a lot of damage in order to carry the game, but you can carry You can carry from the jungler's perspective in the following ways. You can gank, counter gank, blah blah blah. So you snowball a lane, warding up and keeping track of enemy junglers. So let's say your let's say your ally laners want to play really aggressive. Let's say you got a Caitlyn bot lane and he's pushing the enemy team into their turret, and the enemy team is losing CS and blah blah blah. You want to support her aggressiveness, if that's even a word. You want to support her in how aggressive she's being in the form of making sure the jungler doesn't gank and warding up for her. Helping laners push turrets when needed. Let's say your mid is Zed and he's killed the enemy laner like twice, but he's having trouble pushing the turret. So maybe you can gank for him once and then you push the turret so he's free to roam without any pressure being applied to mid lane. Map objectives. Let's say Baron and Dragon, you keep good objective control over these things. One Baron steal can turn the game. Let's say you're behind like 5k gold and you steal the Baron. And then you win the game. You carried the game specifically for the fact that you didn't have any damage, but you stole Baron. Skills like Gragas E ulti, you fucking Fat Man charge into them and then they're CC'd, you ulti them back into their team. Lisa and Insect, so you get them out of their safe position at the back line and you push them to the front line. Rek'Sai, zoning the enemy people, blah blah blah. So you don't have to carry in the form of doing damage. Now when I say this, okay, how to carry games as a jungler, I freaking didn't even spell it right. What the shit? And how to carry games as a jungler, I say you don't. I mean you don't in the form of having a sword, like I said before. You don't have a sword in your hand, but you have, you don't have a sword in your hand, but you have a wooden stick. But as well as a wooden stick, you have, bear traps, and you have like the fire thing. You have like fucking fire to start the camp or whatever, or you have like extra ammo for your team or some shit. You got, and when I say all that stuff, I'm like using it as a metaphor or whatever. This is it. So ganking, snowballing a lane, that would be like you have the fire, you got the sticks to start the fire. Or when you have helping laners push turrets, I mean you got like extra ammo for them if they need it or some shit. Map objectives, I mean you've got a compass, you got a compass to navigate and all that shit. So hope you understand my stupid little metaphors. Hope you understand the concept of carrying. You don't need to carry in the form of damage, but you can carry in the form of these things, helping out your team and stuff like that. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, LCS, all that shit. Stay beautiful. Suck my doolies. I'm just finishing editing this video, okay? And I'm sorry if you can hear my PC in the background, but in regards to the competition, the coaching competition, if you haven't checked it out, you can check it out on this video here. I'll link it here, and I'll pick it like in the next couple of days, and then I'll get in contact with that person and we'll do a coaching session and all that shit. Hope you enjoy the video.